We designed our executive MBA curriculum to address the concepts of strategy and leadership. About the last 5 years, I've been investigating how do we push that envelope? How do we move people from tactical to strategic to visionary? And Jared's content around foresight addresses that need.
Today, leaders in organizations, and particularly executives in organizations, are less and less about their professional subject matter knowledge and much more about how they drive change in the organization, how they set the agenda for future success, which means that the focus on their decision making becomes that much more critical in their ongoing success.
Strategic foresight is having the ability to envision multiple possible future outcomes, the context of how the future might unfold, and then knowing how to take action in the present day. So having the ability to anticipate change, to anticipate disruption, and being able to plan accordingly is a massive advantage for anybody who's trying to grow and thrive in the 21st century.
Strategic foresight opens up a whole new world for our students. They start to see connections where they didn't before. They're looking and investigating industries that they're not a part of and see how those connections can be made. They have a better grasp of technology and the impact that it's going to have on their industry. It's just been very exciting to watch them go through that.
Where strategic foresight gives business leaders an advantage is that it takes them beyond just anticipating change and disruption. And it equips them to actually drive change and disruption. And that is where business leaders and leaders in general want to go, whether they realize it or not, but that's where they want to go. They want to be ahead of the curve, and that is what strategic foresight does for them.
Yes, uncertainty is greater. Yes, things are much less predictable. But what do we need to be doing today that starts to frame our organization's response to some of those issues that are further down the line? And I think the strategic foresight piece gives us some frameworks, some tools, and some techniques for engaging in that conversation.
Executive education is fast-paced. We're very innovative. And working with Jared, he fits right into that culture. He comes up again with some crazy ideas and then quickly moves it into what's feasible. Is always thinking about what's best for the student, what's best for the organization, how can he keep getting better and better. And he's fun to hang out with. He's pretty entertaining.
Working with Kate and working with Jonathan in strategic leadership, my experience with them has been great. I really see them as being a part of my team just as they see me as being a part of their team. We laugh a lot, but we're always asking ourselves, what else can we do to push the envelope in a way that gives students a much better experience, that gives them a greater advantage in what they're doing, that will really push and drive them to grow in the ways that they need to grow so that they can be strong in the 21st century.
The student feedback on strategic foresight really does reinforce the idea that we made the right call to bring Jared on board. The students are excited by the material. They have fun with it. This isn't something that they do on a daily basis at work, and so to be able to environmentally scan and see what's going on in the world of technology, to come up with these almost crazy ideas of what the future is going to look like, really opens up their mind, it opens up their perspective, and they have a good time doing it.
So Jared is an interesting guy. Jared brings an incredible energy to the conversation, to anything he does, and I think my experience of working with Jared sometimes is just how to keep up. I think bringing that blend of the discipline around foresight with the commercial and organizational context in the execution of that is a really, really unique perspective to bring.
I can't come up with a reason why you wouldn't enroll in the Foresight Academy. Jared has made it very accessible, both logistically, because you can do it from home, but also content-wise. It's highly applicable, very pragmatic, and it's fun.
One thing I would say about Jonathan, though, is that he does suffer from beard envy, and I'm working with him on that. And at some point in time, I do believe that if he works hard at it, he will be able to grow a man beard, just like myself.
Yeah, beard isn't good. But there's a strong psychological attachment to it that is a point of deep sensitivity.